myself, Dr. Prasanna Kulkarni, working as a professor in one of the Ayurvedic Medical College at Bangalore. In fact, a kind of alien for this gathering. Out of my passion, I started working towards data science. Now slowly I moved towards building up some of the AI agent using custom GPT. So in today's presentation, I'll be more happy to share what Ayurveda can do for personalized medicine, taking the help of artificial intelligence. So with that, now when you come across healthcare, now the whole healthcare focus is on personalized health. Now what is this personalized health? Say for example, two of you go to a Pani Puri vendor, Golgappa. You have 2 plates and your friend also have 2 plates of Golgappa. Next day morning your stomach is upset, whereas your friend good enough to attend his regular activities. Now how come that? Your body has responded bit different with the same kind of Pani Puri at the same time consumed with the same vendor, right? So when Pani Puri can have that kind of effect on your body, why not the medicine? Earlier, there was a concept that one medicine will have its impact on this specific disease for all the individuals. Gone are those days. Now modern medicine is moving towards personalized medicine. The medicine that works for you within this span of time to give the result may not be applicable for the other person with the same condition at the same point of time. And hence, personalized medicine is in place. So there are a lot of insights with respect to genomics, big data, predictive models. By using that, the world is moving towards personalizations of medications, medical approach, healthcare approach. Now, when it comes to Ayurveda, do Ayurveda have anything to say on that? Yes. 5,000 years ago, Ayurveda strongly believed on personalized medicine, and hence the concept of Prakriti is in place. I'm sure that the people who are born before 1980s might have heard about this Prakriti from your grandmas. How many of you are aware of the word Prakriti? Can you please raise your hand? Your grandmother saying that if you eat that, your Vata will go up. Yeah, fine. Still we can see some hands up with the younger generation too. Thanks. The traditional knowledge is being carried. Now what exactly is that? So that is nothing but the scientific translation of traditional wisdom under the name called Prakriti. Now what is this Prakriti? Prakriti is your body constitution. Every individual right at the time of birth will carry some genes from their parents, and Ayurveda strongly believes that these genetic influence are also being influenced by the way how the pregnant lady consumed food, got exposed to lifestyles during pregnancy, right? You can map it to the Abhimanyu story, Chakravyuh. You know that? How Abhimanyu knows about that? Yeah. Those kind of things Ayurveda strongly believed and explained the same thing. These are all the factors that influence the health of an individual even before birth. Now, having said that, we as Ayurvedic physicians strongly believe in the Prakriti, and based on that we identify what has changed in the current disease condition. Now let's keep this disease apart. When we talk about Prakriti within the physiological limits, within the normal limits, we have much to play, much to understand. Let me give example at family level. Suppose, let's presume Romeo and Juliet are couple. Now Romeo will tell Juliet over the phone, this weekend, Saturday evening, let's go to a mall to watch a movie. Right? They planned, and after finishing his weekdays of laborious work, now Romeo will take Juliet to movie mall. When they enter, Romeo had booked 2 tickets for a movie which was filled with action. Now after going over there, Juliet will tell, no, I don't like action movies. I thought you have booked romantic movies. Now all of a sudden Romeo has to cancel those tickets and buy the new one. Why this has happened? Maybe you might have experienced this. Why? Because Romeo don't know the Prakriti of Juliet. As simple as that. Now what exactly is that? Knowing the Prakriti, not exactly in terms of body or the physical trait, but also mental traits matters a lot. If I could have been in the place of Romeo, I will call Juliet and tell, book 2 tickets for us for Saturday night, evening. That's it. She will not blame for anything, right? There is where this Prakriti come in place. If we can take it at the level of HR. If HR head knows the Prakriti of the recruiter, the new joinee, they can give the appropriate position for that person based on the mental characters. Say for example, Vatic people, they have the tendency of moving around. They can't adhere to a specific project. They can't stay in a company for more than 2 years. 2 years is a big time for Vatic individuals. Whereas Kapha individuals, whatever you say, whatever you do, they stick on to their project, to their companies. These kind of influences can be brought if you know the Prakriti of an individual. Now the same thing as Ayurvedians we use in the management of disease. If this disease is influenced with this dosha and the disease is also predominated with dosha, then this is the approach. These kind of insights we have while we deal with our patients, and hence there comes the holistic approach, because we will be considering not just the body but also mind and also some other parameters like lifestyles which have influenced the disease concern. And hence these are the two extremes. The modern world is moving towards personalized medicine with all genomics, big data, predictive medicine, and Ayurveda since ages have strongly believed and been practicing, of course with little evidence. Now there is a time to marry them. Here comes the combination of AI in traditional medicine. In Ayurveda, we strongly believe with respect to the dosha, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. I think some of you might have heard these terms. There are certain things like guna. Gunas are the qualities, rasas are the taste, right? Virya is the potency. All these will have their impact. Either it can be in the form of food or in the form of medicine. They will have their impact, and the shrotas, that is the body channels, plays a very important role. One combination at one site will give some other response in the body. For example, the same pani puri, next if can you take, instead of you having diarrhea, it may cause vomiting to you. The expressions differs based on the channels that are involved. And hence, by understanding all these different kind of variables, we can predict the susceptibility of the specific diseases based on various factors with respect to season, time, place. All this matters a lot, and hence accordingly we can prescribe tailored diet and lifestyle modification. Gone are those days when you go, you pay a visit to Ayurvedic doctor and he give you a list, do that, don't do this. Now people demands for tailor-made prescriptions in terms of lifestyle and dietary modification. Kashayams, decoctions. I have no choice for that, but at least in food, give me some options. That is the way how I am receiving a response from my patients, right? So preventive strategy as well as integrative care plays an important role. The image over there is nothing but the identification of certain genes which have shown that they are responsible for those specific doshas in Prakriti, and they have been published in various peer-reviewed scientific journals. Yes. Now the challenge is how to understand Prakriti. Now there are various methods. Recently we have come across with one AI-enabled technology called Nadi Tarangini, where the Prakriti is assessed using a Bluetooth device. That's apart. Apart from that, it is purely based on questionnaires, based on the observation made by the physician. And when we enable all this, then we can come to proper conclusion. But it takes a lot of efforts, time and understanding. That matters a lot. Modern healthcare system lacks structured methods for Ayurvedic profiling. That's the problem. See, if I say Prakriti, if I say Vata, if you ask me how best I can understand this Vata with respect to modern terms, I have no clue. I can't just tell that Vata is nothing but nervous system. No. It is not exact translation. In different situations, different channels, it is expressed in different way, and hence we need a proper method of understanding these terms with respect to contemporary science. And whatever we understand, that need to be properly, that need to be precise, scalable, and it can be accessible across. And hence, now what are we doing with respect to India's leadership? Yes, at All India Institute of Ayurveda, they have come across Ayurvedic lab. There is a Namaste portal. Ayush Grid is there, which they are working for the progression of how best AI can be enabled in Ayurveda. Apart from that, AI Traditional Medicine Center have been inaugurated at Jamnagar. WHO Traditional Center have been inaugurated at Jamnagar last year. which brings a new dimension to explore how best AI can be used in this traditional medicine. Drug discovery. Now what happens if a person consumes allopathy medicine with Ayurveda medicine? Whether there will be any synergistic effect, antagonistic effect, we have no clue. All those things need to be properly studied, and there will be so many variables to understand those things. Definitely we need technology, we need AI in place to disseminate properly. Ayurveda plus AI, yes, India's global health edge, that's the future thing. Now challenges, what are the challenges? As I mentioned, understanding these terms. What I call one substance in Kerala should be the same in Kashmir. But that is not the situation. And hence, to standardize that, Government of India come forward and they are standardizing these terms. Validation via clinical research. In past few decades, lot of research are happening and being published in various magazines, which will prove the scientific credibility of Ayurveda. Ethical use of data, cultural sensitivity, transparency, all this matters when it comes for the data. Building in interdisciplinary teams, yes. And Ayurvedic alone cannot make the difference. A person outside Ayurveda hardly understands Ayurveda, and hence there should be a proper marriage between artificial intelligence and Ayurveda. Yeah, of course, there are certain AI as an enablers like digital questionnaires, natural language processing, all those things can be there. There are certain biomarkers like C-reactive protein, HbA1c, which can be used in Ayurvedic concepts to understand the disease in a better way. So there are certain AI agents which I have developed. I thought of showing in this gathering. I will quickly. So what exactly these models are? What I did is I have built a knowledge base pertinent to Ayurveda data. I have trained the custom GPT models so that it gives the information trained on those data with few examples. Okay, so for example, if a diabetic person goes to any Ayurvedic physician, he will give a set of do's and don'ts. You are not supposed to eat curd. You have to take barley. Now, what kind of barley? Are we going to restrict our customers only for Indian subcontinent? No. By using such custom GPTs, the whole world can be patients. So what it does, whatever the do's and don'ts that are explained in Ayurvedic classics, they can be translated and tailor-made sessions can be given, not just the person who stays at Bangalore, but also person who stays in the remote village of Mandya and the person who is living in Tokyo, without compromising on the principles and the foods that are mentioned in Ayurvedic context, in Ayurvedic textbooks. So this is what about such AI tools are. So I have developed one such tool pertaining to diabetes. It's called Madhumay GPT. The other one is on yoga AI, where, for example, if the person is new for yoga, it will ask few questions for him, and based on his exposure to yoga, it will give him tailor-made yoga practices, and of course with some YouTube links, valid YouTube links, where he can go through and practice the same. The third one is Patya GPT, which I have crafted for Ayurvedic physicians, where apart from diabetes, the other disease database have been added at the back end, which gives the tailor-made suggestions for the specific disease condition, right? Apart from that, practicing at Bangalore is really a challenging task for Ayurvedic physicians. Few years back, I got a call from my patient who is around 55, 56 years old. She calls me around 7:30 evening. Doctor, I had tomato 15 minutes back. Before consuming tomato, I checked in glucometer, my sugar was 200. After having tomato, it has gone up to 220. Whether a small tomato increases my blood sugar by 20 mg per dl? No, what she had before, what she was doing while having tomato, what she done in that 15 minutes, that does not matter. She want to blame it on tomato. Because I told certain things not to eat. I told tomato can be consumed, and now she want to disprove that a small tomato is harmful for her diabetes. For them, I have crafted a GPT called Foodie GPT, where whatever you type, it will give you not just the calorie, but also the protein content, the glycemic index, glycemic load. As per Ayurveda, is it going to increase Vata, decrease Pitta, whatever, and culinary, where exactly it has come from, Of course, the most important thing is after that, what next? How many steps you have to move to burn the calories from that food stuff? That's Foodie GPT. Of course, you can have too many use cases. So that's about the Foodie GPT. Apart from that, you can have few more use cases. Now, my wife, what she does is she just opens a refrigerator, take a pics and ask that Foodie GPT, can you craft me breakfast for my family? And based on the things that she sees in that refrigerator, it gives some suggestion. Maybe based on the batter, it may suggest her to prepare dosa, whatever, using all the vegetables, some specific sabji kind of thing. Okay, so this is another use case with respect to such custom GPTs. Apart from that, this is for public as well as Ayurvedic physicians. Now, when we talk about Ayurveda as an education, in fact, we will be studying Sanskrit as one of the language during our first year. Many times students drops out just hearing the Sanskrit subject after entering Ayurvedic colleges. For that, I have crafted a tool called Sanglish. Now, what exactly the Sanglish is? It's a mixture of Sanskrit and English, where if you give a word in Sanskrit, it gives its contextual meaning in Ayurveda. So, getting meaning as per the context in Sanskrit is a very challenging task. Like say, for example, hallucination. If I use the word hallucination 5 years back from now, there was no doubt hallucination was a clear-cut medical terminology. Now, it is playing a very vital role in AI, right? Hallucination. Like the same, in Sanskrit, there are various terms which gives contextual meaning, and hence to overcome that, this Sanglish have been crafted. Now, a step ahead, it creates shlokas for your own. I can create a shloka stating that Prasanna Kulkarni came to this summit, presented a paper on this day. This is what happened. Everything will be written in Sanskrit language in the form of shloka, mantras. That's the beauty of that Sanglish. Of course, you can have more such use cases, various. Yeah, so these are the various things I thought of discussing with you. To conclude, Ayurveda pioneered in personalization. Yes, medicine to get personalized is the need of the hour, but when it is added with Ayurveda concepts, it can be a better understanding of human's body when it comes for prescribing medicine. AI make it scalable, actionable and global. Together, it can be personalized, preventive, profoundly human healthcare. Tradition meets technology. Obviously, this is the need of the hour. Now the thing is how best you can contribute for our Indian tradition, right? So it's mentioned in Rigveda that Anoy Badra Krutoyentu Vishwata. Let the noble thought come from all the direction across the globe. So this is one attempt. I'm thankful for the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present in front of this intelligent AI gathering. Yep. I'm open to receive the questions now.